What a night this has been. It's been one, I would say, technical difficulties after another. Today, we were trusting our instinct that we are going to get this up and live. And here I am pressing buttons, and Robin says, "Turn on your camera, Helen." And I finally, I didn't even realize I even shut it off.
It's so funny. It's always something simple, this technical stuff. It's either a loose wire or a click that we forgot to click. So that was so funny. We were hustling to get live.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for Robin, I would have called it a day. I really would have. I just got home just a little while ago. And so there's so much we want to share tonight because there's a lot of things going on in our little, what I call planet, on our little corner of the planet here in Medfield, Massachusetts at the HealingPlaceEnergySchool. And we want to talk about trust, feeling good about the things that are going on. And we have, so what do you think, Robin?
Oh, I think there's something going on in the cosmos. Let me tell you, there's definitely everybody's energy is on high alert right now. And I think everyone's stressed for so many reasons because of what's going on in the world. And I just think everyone's energy is stressed. We've all been tested so much this year. And I think, trusting your instincts and listening to your, yourself and, having the self-confidence to really listen what is your body needs, what your mind needs, what your spirit needs.
And the thing is, yes, I know we live in a world of duality. We're busy with our lives and our family and work and so forth and so on. But when it's time to take a break, like tonight, I was going to take a break because I said, well, technical difficulties. The universe is telling me I need a night off. I came this close. If it wasn't for Robin saying, press that button, I was going to go and take my bath, which I do every single night to help me.
Which is so nice.
Yeah, to clean my energy and to relax. This is why I need to relax and to ground. And anyone, feel free to jump in to share with us, give us your insights about your methods of trusting and how the trust really is to develop your intuition.
It is. It absolutely is. I have a favorite quote that I, really if we all worry, we all stress, we all, there's so much that we can't control, but putting your trust into, if you trust God, if you trust the universe, however you pray, however I don't know, everyone's so different with where they are spiritually, but if you, it's really important to be able to trust in a higher power and knowing that things happen in a way. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to say. I hate to say everything happens for a reason because I don't, that's a hard pill to swallow,
Well,
so I think, I think we just need to trust in, I don't know how to explain it. I guess we just need to trust
ourselves
and know that we can't control everything in our lives and just trust that we can handle what comes our way.
Yeah, because as a rule keeper, I have a tendency, because I know most of us know what the outcome of every single action that we do. So we have a tendency to rely on our experience to get us through every new experience that comes into our life. But what happens when you are facing a new experience, something comes up, like today, a mutual friend of ours, Robin and I, named Maria, passed away. And she's a I call her goddess at the highest level because
yes,
Maria had this incredible energy. And I don't think her family will mind. It's Maria Solomon Schmidt. You've probably seen her interview with me several times this past spring. And she has this incredible energy. And here's a woman in her, I would say, early 50s or late 40s. Unfortunately, her breast cancer won.
Mm.
And now, knowing Maria, she's probably at the pearly gates upstairs to say, well, God, I'm here. I got work to do. I'm going to go see my loved ones, and then I'm going to come back and have a meeting with you.
She's got that energy. If anybody can get anything done on the other side, it's Maria.
Yep. And she's going to clean up this mess, clean up the planet, and she's going to spray love everywhere.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And I really trust that's what she is going to do. She's really a goddess of the highest level. That's what I call her. You hear that, Maria?
She was so beautiful inside and out, and just had the most amazing energy. Just a beautiful, beautiful person.
Yeah, and we are, every one of us are beautiful people. In fact, she would address everyone by calling beautiful and then your name. Mm-hmm. And at one time I asked Maria, why do you call everyone beautiful? And she says, because we are such individuals that we have a energy stamp that no one could replicate. And so it's beautiful no matter what it looks like. And I'm like, she's definitely more tolerant than I am.
That's true. I like her theory. I definitely believe that we all have that energy stamp that's different from everyone else. And, not everybody recognizes that. I mean, I think in our society today, there's so many people that want to be individuals, and everybody has their own style, their own thing. I definitely think that on a very deep level, our energy is just so pure and loving, and we need to tap into that every day.
Yeah, and I agree with you too, Robin. Somewhere along the way, have we gotten so busy that we have forgotten who we are?
I agree. And that's where, so many people, once they start having their spiritual awakening, they don't know, unless they're around people like us that talk about this stuff, they don't know what's going on. And it can be scary for them if they don't know what to do with the energy, or how to help themselves move along in the process of experiencing. I think most people, if they knew the signs, or if they were paying attention to what's going on in their minds and in their hearts, and they reached out to someone like Helen, you have that amazing class that we need to get everybody to take, because it's so helpful.
Well, the class is it's called First Step to Your Spiritual Journey. And as part of the one's awakening process, you have to trust the process. So what happens a lot of times is you're going into the unknown, and we all want to control the outcome, but I don't believe it's possible all the time, because how do you grow if you're always comfortable?
True. I think, yes, that's true. I think being out of your comfort zone and trying new things is always the way to be moving forward in our journey through life. And that can go from, physical discomfort, trying new things, picking up your exercise routine, to pushing yourself a little bit further, making change. I think we talked about this last week. Nothing changes unless you change. So, physically, mentally, spiritually, trying new things and changing in a positive way is so important.
One of the things that I challenge my clients, especially when they come, and Robin, I think you do the same thing, is when they come to us, I think the biggest concern for most people is they feel like they're stuck. And one of the things about stuckness is when you're stagnant, your energy becomes stagnant. And many times what I do is I challenge people to make a small change in their life.
Yes, I do. I do too. And sometimes you can do that with clients and sometimes you can't. It depends. You have to meet them where they are and when they're ready. You can make suggestions. Some people they leave and I follow up with an email with a list of, things to do. And as they progress and their energy is getting into a better field, I'll say, a better place, the list gets smaller because they've made those changes or they've listened to the suggestions of ways to help themselves.
Which is very true, because even though we both work with people, I think the greatest gift that we give to clients or even to people who are watching us tonight, you actually have the option. And the option you choose is really up to you, because to tell you honestly, there's nobody watching you unless you have a partner, a spouse that is so controlling that they're criticizing you all the time. But in actuality, you really have choices.
Yes. And it's funny. I think sometimes when we hear something, one day it might feel like criticism, another day it may not bother you. It depends on what's going on with you that day.
Well, I think too, when it doesn't bother you, there's something inside of you has grown energetically.
Yes. I agree. I agree as well.
Yeah, because a lot of times it triggers an unresolved emotion. That's what I usually say.
I agree. And usually it has nothing to do with the situation at hand. How do you think of that? Like, I mean, yeah, there can be situations, but I think sometimes when, I can't use foul, I don't want to use foul language here, but sometimes when things, aren't going your way, and, you're trying to control things, or your expectations are off, or, how else can I say this? I want to try to say it nicely.
Sometimes there's no way of saying things nicely, really.
I know. When your expectations are too high, when you're not seeing things clearly because you're in a bad mood, when your mind is not in flow with your energy, that's when you get upset, when you can't connect with your spiritual journey, when you can't, and you're going to have good days and bad days. It's not going to be like that all the time. I definitely think I call it the filter. We all have a filter. Someday the filter is clear, or your aura is clear, and you can receive and in a very nice energetic flow. And then there are days where things are, push, pull, and that's when you're trying to control everything in your life.
Like Janet is saying right now, she needs a lot of healing because she's so scared with what is going in this country. And I know it's a little bit of a political situation, but it's not really. I call this managing your energy. We all know it's really difficult, especially if you're empathic. It's really difficult because you feel every nuance that's going on the planet. So the best suggestion I tell people is stay consistent. If you have energy that wobbles like this, once you have a high, there's always a low. If you could keep your energy like this, consistently the same, you're not going to end up feeling fearful and really like something is out to get me.
Exactly. And that can be hard right now with everything that's going on. What do you do, Helen, like, as an example, how do you keep your energy? Janet, we may have some tips for you. How do you keep your energy going steadily? I know I meditate, I do self-reiki, and I try not to tune into the news. I haven't watched the news all day.
Mm-hmm. But if you do watch the news, I know this is going to be hard. You've got to be detached. So you're listening. Don't become a sponge and absorb every single word. Because what happens is once you start absorbing everything, take it to heart, no pun intended, take it to heart, you are going to start to attract that energy. And in fact, you're going to grow the chaos.
Yes, and it's so easy.
Yeah, it is.
To catch that.
So if you could be detached, you listen, but not get emotionally involved. I know this is the hardest thing. If you could somehow be in a neutral.
It takes practice, Janet. It really does. I mean, it took years for me not to cry every time I watch the news. Mm-hmm. And especially what's going on right now, I can detach myself from it. I think it's horrible, but I can detach myself from it. And I choose to only watch recaps. I don't need to sit and watch the news all day. And the news today sometimes is just these moderators talking back and forth about their opinions. And we don't need to hear everybody's opinions. We just need to get the facts.
That's very true. And, because there's an editorial flair on every comment that's being made. So
which
that
can be some.
Yeah, because true. Because that's what inflames a lot of people, especially the ones feel like they have no voice or power. But what's the sense of giving away your powers to somebody else?
Absolutely. And there's so much we can do. We can get involved. We can volunteer. There's so much we can do. And mostly what we need to do is work on ourselves, work on our self-love, our self-esteem, and helping in our communities, being a blessing.
Yeah, and even being a blessing to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that one? I don't think it's arrogant to feel good about yourself, because if you feel good, think about what kind of energy you're going to radiate. If you're fearful, you're going to only radiate fearfulness. And guess what? Everyone who's close to you could feel it.
It's so true. As soon as you walk into a room, people can pick up your energy. As soon as someone walks into the room you're in, they can pick up your energy.
Immediately.
Immediately.
And I could even zone into the person who's projecting this energy.
I can see it, if I'm at a red light and somebody's crossing the street, I can just like totally read their whole
you have
aura and just be like, oof, oof.
So in other words, trust what you feel, but you have the power to make a change.
Yes.
You don't have to go with the flow.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Choose to radiate positive energy. That's the trust you have inside of yourself.
Yes. And it feels so good when you can get to that place where you're like this and, things aren't upsetting you every turn. Of course, there are reasons to get upset, but we don't have, I think, letting go of that control, not trying to control everything. Like Helen, I was telling Helen a story before we got on air, which I can't talk about right now. But I could have canceled. I could have been upset. I could have been, canceled tonight because I had something happen that was upsetting that happened to somebody I know, but, not, a different story, not the Maria story, but a different situation. And I could have decided to just, I can't go live tonight because I'm upset. No, I'm not letting that situation control me. It's okay. It's okay. I can separate myself from it and continue. Yeah, it sucks, but it's manageable. It's going to be okay. Yeah.
It's going to be okay from what I'm picking up. And and the key word here, the buzzword here is control.
Yes.
It's a matter of, do you want to give away your powers? And this is something that's part of everyone's awakening or recognizing their soul. Stop giving away everything.
It's true. It just hold on to that energy that's us. Don't be projecting it out. Just, it feels good to keep it in here and you do want to share and be a blessing and be a shining star, be a light, like picture yourself in this beautiful light. But at the same time, you can't control everything going on in the world. You can't control your family, your friends, your work, your coworkers. You just need to try your very best to work on your energy.
Yep. So
And we have tips for that.
yeah. Well, this week, it's going to be a big transition. No, everybody knows this. So instead of falling into the fears and really get absorbed in the fears, as Robin's about to do is a meditation, the focus will be breathing and staying in your body. Don't let
Yes.
your imagination hijack you and all of a sudden you grow your own fears.
It's so true. And our minds, like when you find yourself getting into that mind game of, thinking of things from your past or thinking things in the future, that things should be this way or things should be that way or this needs to happen or that should have been, then your mind goes off on this, I call it the train ride or the monkey mind or the squirrel brain. And you just can go on a trip and be in your misery with whatever it is you're thinking about, and catch yourself. I was there the other day and I caught myself. I'm like, okay, stop mind, stop thinking this way, that way, just stop. And when you get to that place where you recognize and you can do that, it is awesome.
It really is. So this is where you trust your awakening process and live your life purpose. And the more you understand who you are, you'll be able to come back to the center. This is why I say you come back to the center. Instead of going to the right, going to the left, you'll come back home to you. And I'm going to have the link as resources. Robin promised me we're going to do lots of meditation on the school site at the HealingPlace Energy School.
Yes.
And we've got a ton of courses on the school site to help you with your awakening process and let your inner healer come out.
And everyone can be their own inner healer.
Definitely.
And help control your own energy. And meditation and breathing, it's just a gift. I mean, that's why it's so hot. I mean, it's like a hot topic right now. You see it everywhere. Meditation. It's because it really does help. It's free. You can do it in your own living room. You can do it when you're sitting at a red light.
and then all it takes is, if you start to get, as Robin said, monkey brain, come home. Just stop. Just stop thinking for a minute and focus on your breath.
Yes.
So
Robin, and the breathing piece is huge. So how many people do we have on here tonight? Looks like there's a lot of comments. Are we missing any questions?
I don't think so, but I think I answered them. But if you're up for it, Robin, this might be a good time to do the meditation to help people to come back and quiet with your meditation. Robin has a new one every week. I don't even know which one she's going to do.
Yeah, I actually, I have a ton of scripts. Sometimes I use them or I refer to them. Sometimes I just make up a meditation, and those are usually the best.
Yes, of course.
So anyway, so get as comfortable as possible.
I'm going to turn on my Reiki hands.
Yeah, so Helen will send you healing Reiki energy. So if anyone has anyone in their life or they know of anyone that needs some Reiki energy, you can put their name into the, type their name in and Helen can send them energy. You don't have to give a full name, but or you can think of them while you're you can think of them while you're receiving this healing energy and think of almost like sending a laser to wherever they are in the world, like a laser beam to wherever they are in the world. That's how I like to picture it when I'm sending someone some beautiful, loving energy. So just picture where they are and send them loving, positive energy. So put your feet firmly on the floor in front of you and feel the weight of your feet. If it's comfortable for you, close your eyes and really relax your eye muscles.
Okay. We'll send an energy to Kevin, Paulette, Michelle, and also to our country right now.
And relax your arms by your side with your palms facing up. If you're sitting, put your palms in your lap. If you're lying down with your arms by your side, just place your hands so that your palms are facing up. If that's not comfortable for you, just get as comfortable as you possibly can. And begin to notice your breathing. Notice the temperature of the air flowing in and out of your nose. And on the next 3 inhales, I'm going to walk you through a practice. I'm going to have you inhale, and then I'm going to have you hold, and then I'm going to have you exhale. We're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, and exhale for the count of 5. And on the first inhale, I'll count the numbers, but then on the remaining inhales and exhales, I want you to count so that you can practice. So we'll do it 4 times. First time I'll count. So get ready. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now do that a few more times on your own. Now just breathe nice and slowly now, nice and normally. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. And relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. I want you to imagine you are surrounded by a beautiful violet light, almost as if you're in a bubble, just floating in time, protected. And just breathe in and out, visualizing yourself in this beautiful protection. This is your spiritual armor. Notice how your body is feeling. As you are floating through time in this protection, of healing, divine, spiritual light. You can breathe in comfortably and exhale comfortably. And just notice your breathing. Your energy is still connected to Mother Earth. Gravity is keeping you connected to the earth. Notice the weight of your feet. And I want you to visualize that you can see an energy connecting you to the energy of the earth. Wherever your feet are placed right now, whether on the floor or resting on your bed, I want you to visualize this energy that's connecting you to the earth. And what color do you see? Behind your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, what color is coming up for you? This beautiful energy that's connecting you to the earth and keeping you grounded, keeping your energy grounded. This beautiful energy is always with you, connecting you to the powerful magic of Mother Earth and all of her glory. And notice your breathing. And taking a nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Now, this energy that is surrounding you, that you're protected in, this beautiful light is always here for you. It's always with you. It's protecting you. It's helping you stay safe. All you need to do is visualize yourself in this beautiful healing energy light whenever you need to connect and stay grounded. Bring your awareness back to your feet. And notice how your body is feeling. Notice the temperature around your body. Notice the temperature of the air flowing in and out of your nose. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Now take another nice deep breath in. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now breathe nice and slowly. And start to wiggle your toes. Feel the energy coming into your calf muscles just by wiggling your toes. And rest your feet now. Just begin to adjust your body. Notice your hips. And straighten your spine. And gently just move your shoulders a little bit. Wiggle your fingers again. And just open your eyes nice and slowly, coming back to the room. And just move your arms if it's comfortable for you. Just feel the energy around you. This beautiful collective that's always with you. Deep inhale in and out. And know that you can always check in with your breathing. Try doing that a couple times a day. The next time you stop at a red light if you're driving, or the next time you go to the kitchen sink, just the next time you go to wash your hands, which is so important right now. Inhale, hold, and exhale. And do it 3 or 4 times. And notice your feet connecting with the ground beneath you. And then go about your day. And try that a few times a day. Make that a practice. And slowly you'll be able to connect with your breathing, especially when you're having an energetic movement in your emotions or field. And you can always go back to checking in and breathing. So practice that and let me know how you feel next week.
That's
wonderful. Your homework, everybody.
Yeah, think of it as energy hygiene.
Yes.
Practice energy hygiene to keep our energy clear, moving, and flowing.
Yes.
So I think Robin and we want to thank you so much for joining us this week. And next week, we will understand about our technical difficulties. And I think, Robin, a great subject to talk about is our inner goddess. Since we talked about Maria's inner goddess, let's grow our inner goddess and be the best version of ourselves.
Yes. And some of us identify as a goddess or a priestess.
Exactly.
So, the energies this is similar, but you may identify as a priestess. So I love, think of your divine energy and how amazing you are and your gifts, your beautiful gifts.
So I'm going to leave you. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to do all this tail end propaganda. Please like, share, subscribe. Anything else, Robin, that we want people to do?
Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Oh, check out the classes, the courses on the Energy School website.
Yeah, and I'm going to include all that information, some I call important resources, personal growth resources, and to be and to grow your inner healer and to help you to manage your energy so you can explode and be the very, very best version of you.
Yes, and if you have questions, please reach out, email us at wellness@healingplacemedfield.com.
Yeah,
and ask us questions. We can talk about any subject you have a desire to learn more about, and we'll have fun. This is all about
fun,
good energy.
Good energy. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we will see you next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be well, be safe, and keep your energy clean.
Yes. Practice that breathing exercise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next week,
Bye.
be well.